When I tell you I felt so stupid because I didn't know that was that button for so long, it was just like right in front of me. Let me just show you. What's going on, everybody? Back on Splice's YouTube channel with another video. And today I'm gonna show you guys 7 super clutch producer tips that I feel like you should know. These are gonna range from different melody gems to sound selection gems, drum gems, just different things. I know you guys are busy, so I'm gonna do it all under 10 minutes. Well, at least I'm gonna try. So don't hold it against me if I don't. So with that being said, let's get started. So I think the right way to kick this off is sound selection when it comes to drums. Now, I'm gonna play you a beat with super weak drums, and then I'm gonna play you a beat with the right drums that made the cut. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. Those drums are trash. It's not that they're like super bad, but they just don't fit. They just kind of feel like lazy and rushed. I feel like if I had the opportunity to play one beat for Boy Wonder or Timbaland or Hit Boy, you know, people that are really good at drums, and I play that, they're gonna like look down on me in disappointment and be like, nah, this is trash. But keep grinding. Oh, I feel so salty with that. Now listen to the real drums. You see what I'm saying? Those cuts, those hits, I know when I play them in any speaker, any studio, or even on my phone, imaginary phone, they're gonna hit and they're gonna cut through. Here's the best thing that I can give you when it comes to sound selection with drums. Number 1, loop your melody and just go through your browser and just play a ton of drums that excite you. This all ties in a personal taste and what you listen to. If you play enough songs back to back, like I do, I listen to like the same couple songs every day and still feel like they're new, you'll notice that those sounds gravitate to you. So the sounds that excite you are the ones you should be leading with. Oh, if you don't believe me with the sound selection, just listen to this beat. See what I'm saying? It's all about being picky with your sounds and making it hit a certain way. Another thing too is like always keep updated with your drums. Don't use drums from like 2012 or 2011. Some of them are still good, but as the sound progresses and as time goes on, some sounds they just don't hit as much, or they just don't sound high quality enough because the sound has upgraded and moved on. And another thing that you could do when it comes to sound selection for drums is try to fit each sound in its own frequency and give it its own space. You could do it like this. Go up here, right click it and hit spectroscope, and this is what the graph is going to look like. So it gives you like a frequency representation. If you don't use FL, you could just use an EQ on the master. I'm going to go through each sound and you're going to see each sound has its own space within the frequency. There's nothing in the low end. I'll mute the snare and the percussion. They all have their own space and they're barely bleeding into each other. If I mute the hi-hat and just the 808 itself. So the whole point of the first job, just be picky with your sounds. Also, if you feel like your idea is slipping out of your head, just throw some dummy drums on there and then replace those sounds later. So let's delete these trash drums right here. Now, the second gem that I could give you that has to do with drums is if you're uninspired, open another project file with the same drums that you have and just try different samples. So let's try it right now. I have this melody. It sounds like some like Travis Scott type of shit. Let's just bring that in, stretch that, reverse it, pitch it down maybe like 2, and then we'll bring it around where the kick starts. Now that sounds pretty good to me. That sounds like a good starting point, and I could just build some additional melodies as well as throw like Portal on top of there and then like switch out some of the patterns, add a hard 808. But it's a good starting point for you to get creative and build on top of. Don't feel like you have to always create everything from scratch. It's not cheating. It's just building a foundation on top of. I know some people probably feel like some of these are simple, but I like to start slow and just start building up from there. So the next gem that I'm going to give you actually requires your phone. You could actually control FL from your phone. phone. In the App Store, if you type in Image Line, this app comes up. It's called Ill Remote. And if you press it, it opens up this app called Image Line Remote. Hit tap to connect. Now in FL, go all the way to options, MIDI settings, and all the way at the bottom where you see enable image line remote, just click that once and exit the window. Now in the app, they actually have a lot of these features on your phone. So you can hit show playlist, step sequencer, piano roll, the mixer, the browser, settings. You can hit play, stop, record, the metronome, tap tempo, which I actually use a lot. They also got a piano roll. They got FPC, as well as other ones like Slice X, as well as the mixer right here. So I'm gonna record at 808, so I'm just gonna mute this and just pick a random pattern. And look, let's hit piano roll. There's a pattern right there. They don't have quantize on here, but I'm pretty sure they will eventually. It's just a super convenient tool. It's actually useful if you have like a whole bunch of analog gear. You could just record and control FL right from here and record without having to move. It's available for Apple users and Android users if you use Android. That's not a shot at Android users. I just don't use Android. But let's move along though. All right, so for this next gem that I'm gonna show you guys, actually has to do with a new Splice feature that they just rolled out. And I've been using it for the past couple days, and man, when I tell you it comes in super clutch, it just makes finding sounds so much easier. So I got this Palace melody right here. Fire. We already know Palace has super fire melodies. He also has midis on Splice. Definitely go check them out. Now this sound comes from this VST called Astra. It's actually from Splice. It's their newest VST that they came out with. Say I like this preset, but I want to try some more out. I gotta find something that inspires me. Just like what we were talking about with the drums, right? Open the Splice application, go to browse, and then hit presets, and then hit Astra view all. And then hit this button. Basically what this is gonna do is this is gonna let you audition any preset before you buy it, and it's gonna let you audition it in your project file. So if I got this MIDI, it lets me just try different presets. So if I'm not happy with that, I could just go to something different. So let's try this one. Let's go to another one. Fam, you can't tell me that's not a dope feature. That's super fire. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go through some more presets. That reminds me of like some Yeet type of stuff. And then if you like the preset, just like it. And then you're good. It's added to your library. I highly recommend you guys use that because it's a super clutch one. So if you guys want access to Astra, definitely click the link down below and join Splice Skills. I promise you, you won't regret it. There's a lot of other features too, but you know, I'll save those for other videos. So this next gem is super helpful if you want to get better at melodies and chord progressions. And that is study midis and use hook theory. Listen, it's no secret that a lot of songs share the same chord progressions. I'm pretty sure you've heard of the 2-5-1, the 1-5-4-6. I think that's like in a lot of pop songs. A lot of these songs share those same chord progressions. Why not use that to your advantage? Now, I've never been successful in piano class. I've always learned from midis, like whether I buy them from other people or I go on YouTube and I see covers just to see what it looks like. I'm always learning. Even on Splice, like I'll download people's midis like Palace's and I'll learn from it. Like this is simple, but also keep it repetitive, or try to just play it with one hand. Like just those things. A website that I'm gonna put you guys onto is called Hook Theory. Hook Theory just has like a whole bunch of famous songs and it shows you the chord progression. You can't tell me that doesn't sound like the original song. And if I click chords, they show you the exact chords. It also gives you a representation of lead line melodies up here. Let's look for a Travis Scott song. See, Sicko Mode. Look at the chords. They have a whole library of songs. Now I know you guys don't want to look, so here's a couple songs that I screenshotted for you. Use these chord progressions to get your next idea out. It's not cheating, I promise you. All right, this video is running a little long, so I'm gonna show you guys the last two. They're super simple. They're FL features that I slept on for the longest. So say you accidentally hit split by channel mixer. Now all your stuff is in different patterns, but you want it back in one pattern like this. Let's just delete these. Bring these out one by one. So it'll look like this. All you gotta do is select these, go up here, go to edit, and you can hit Control G or hit merge selected clips. And boom, it's back right where you left it. I'm telling you, when I found out about this a long time ago, I was like, oh my God, saved my life. Super simple. The last drum that I'm gonna show you guys, when I tell you I felt so stupid because I didn't know that was that button for so long. It was just like right in front of me. Let me just show you. So you know how in a VST, we'd have to move the button right here that we want to create an automation clip. And then we'd have to go to tools, last tweak, and then create automation clip. There's an easier way to do that with a click of a button. So if you move this just a little bit, go up here, right click, and then hit create automation clip. And when I tell you, like, I didn't know that for so long until I was like in the studio with somebody and they told me that, I was just like, oh my God, it saves me so much time. So that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you guys want access to any of these sounds, samples, or even the Astra VST with that super fire feature, click the link down below and join Splice today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment what else you guys want to see down below, and I'll do my best to make it happen. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys got a lot of gems from this video, and I hope you guys learned a lot too, and I hope it helps you guys in your process. So with that being said, I will catch you guys next time.